We sat through about a 6.5 or 7-hour hearing on LB 337 and LB 338 last Wednesday. There were quite a few proponents and opponents to each bill. 337, like Bruce stated, was an income tax relief bill, and most of the opposition was, sort of kind of relayed the message that they don't oppose income tax relief necessarily, but they think the priority should be property taxes. And the Farm Bureau submitted testimony in a neutral capacity that said the same thing. We're not necessarily opposed to doing income tax relief, but we think it should be done responsibly, and we think it should be done after we have a significant amount of property tax relief. And the LB 338 also touched on, thank you, the income capitalization approach to valuing ag land. Steve, who's in the room, testified in support of that bill with a lot of, not necessarily caveats, but suggestions in terms of how to make that bill better and how to make it really work for us. Right now, the way it was written, and you can read on the slide, if had it been in place, we would have seen about a 2.2% or $2.2 billion reduction in ag land values, which doesn't translate to a whole lot, and as it relates to property tax relief. But we believe that the income capitalization approach and the way this bill is written with some significant tweaks and a little bit more certainty could be beneficial to ag down the road. Our message to the governor's shop and to senators so far has been really, as much as we support doing this, and even if we can get to a point where LB 338 is very impactful and has a significant impact on ag land values, we're still going to have to find a way, because the whole point is to reduce the amount of property taxes you pay. So at that point, if we do see a significant reduction in ag land values where it impacts things like school funding, a significant amount, we're going to have to find new revenue to make up for it on the state end, and that's kind of where the rub has been. We can talk more about that if folks are interested. We have some ideas, and we can get to that when we talk about Senator Breezy's bills in a few minutes. I think, the opposition here was kind of the same. It was, mostly folks who testified in opposition found the bill really confusing, which I think most of us left that hearing more confused by some of the language and some of the tactics used than we were before the hearing. There's also a bill introduced by Senator Erdman, LB 602, that takes a similar approach to LB 338, and I know that Senator Erdman has been working with Senator Brosh and some of the governor's staff to maybe incorporate a few of his ideas into 338. And obviously we want to incorporate more things into 338 as it moves through revenue as well.